campaigners are equally saying that human rights abuses are happening here in the West and in European societies, which are often ignored by their governments and societies. You look about the ban on the hijab, Muslim women able to wear the headscarf in France and in other European countries. My next guest, Rana Basharat Ali Khan, has many years' experience in the field of advocating for human rights. He's the chairman of the International Human Rights Movement based here in the UK, and he's an observer at the United Nations in New York. He lives in Bristol with his family. Pleased to say Rana Basharat Ali Khan is joining us live now to reflect on his story from Bristol. Rana Saab, Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to the program. Great to have this conversation.
Wa alaikum salam, Brother Shafiq, and thank you. And it is always a privilege to be a part of your show.
Yeah.
Because it's not because we get chance to come on TV, because it is because you always invite us whenever the human rights issue. And I'm thank you on behalf of the thousands of international human rights workers that you give us chance to speak from our heart about human rights.
Yeah, well, I think the honor is all ours. So let's just start, first of all, before we get into the questions. You've been banned from Twitter. Why would Twitter ban a human rights activist of great caliber, a United Nations observer like you?
That's unfortunately very heart-touching question. It is a sixer on the beginning of the show. It is unfortunate that I was banned from the Twitter about 3 months ago. And not only banned, they said I cannot even make account with a different identity. This is a modern day slavery. I always speak about it. I always speak at United Nations. This is not something which is justice for our latest technology. But unfortunately, these organizations run by private individual and business company. There is not much we can do other than apply. We already approach Twitter new boss and management, but I don't get a response. But still, we are surviving. But this is one of the major issues. They don't want us, people like me, who are working for social justice, who are working for humanity, especially when we talk about Palestine, Syria, Burma, Kashmir. They don't want to listen to us. They want us to keep quiet on a national issue. They don't want to speak the truth. They don't want to listen the truth. But unfortunately, we are living with that system. There is nothing much we can do other than people like you who come in front and give us a little bit help to speak about what's happening around the world, especially on Kashmir, Palestine, Burma, Syria. These all affected area. If you look at these all affected area, the mostly is 99% area linked with the Muslims and Muslim countries.
Yeah, that's really important. Thank you so much. And we'll keep an eye on what is happening in terms of your Twitter account. Since you, particularly when you see lots of people on the far right who have had their accounts restored in the last few weeks, and then you've got somebody who worked so hard for human rights being treated like that, I'm sure we can try to get a comment from Twitter as to why that is happening. Now, since you came on the program last time, how have you been, what are you working on, and how is your health?
From the last program till today, first of all, I have a massive fight with the social media about Facebook, because I was banned from the Facebook. They closed my account, which was running from last many years with hundreds of thousands of followers. They banned without any reason. Then we create the second account. They banned second account. So these last few months, we was fighting about that. But same time, we was struggling in Kashmir. We was fighting for a human right in Iraq, Yemen, Syria, and also in Afghanistan. But as we are working for human rights, and human rights is a big stage and it is big screen, so we are fighting to reach out all the people who are affected by the human rights violence around the world. But recently we all witnessed that our holy book was burned in one of the European country in Sweden, then led by other countries. So we organized protest against that in Pakistan and other countries, and we also move legal action in national court about bringing some rule and some new law about the respect of the holy books and holy personality and holy feelings. So it's been tough years. You can, as you mentioned before the interview, I lost about 60 kg weight due to this depression. But unfortunately, it is a long way, and we have fight against these injustice and unhuman activities around the world. So there is so many issues.
Yeah, that's really important. And you're eradicated on the front line, which takes a lot of action. How is it important for us to advocate for human rights around the world?
I think this is, being a human and especially as a Muslim, this is our responsibility.